Hello UEFA, it's Aussie Villain. How am I? To be honest, I'm a little bit annoyed that Paris Saint-Germain's in the Europa League. Well, why do you think I want to win it? Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain, and welcome back to Queen of the South. It is Season 10, Episode 12, and today we have, we don't really know who we've got yet. It's going to be most likely a league game. Suspect it's going to be against Motherwell and a yet-to-be-determined European opponent, assuming, of course, that we got past the Bulgarians, which, spoiler alert, we have. Now, I thought we'd start by having a quick look at the club vision and how the board see us as going this season, and as you can see, a B grade, and generally speaking on all sort of the club vision and culture stuff here. We're playing possession football, we're making the most of set pieces, kind of high tempo pressing we're doing, high reputation players. I'd love to do that, but I don't have enough money to do that. I'm actually quite enjoying our young players and turning them into high reputation players, if I'm honest. Play defensively solid football, we are definitely doing that. Yeah, working within a budget, spend the original transfer budget, we're doing all of that stuff. Champions League group stage, in terms of this season, we've more or less reached every level that we were supposed to. The only thing we haven't done yet, of course, is reach the Scottish Cup final, and with Celtic in the quarter-final, that might be a little bit more difficult, but anyway, we'll see how we go from there. Now, there is, of course, some games to catch you up on since last episode. There's two, in fact. The first was a league game against Wraith Rovers. So let's go see what we did to them. Angus gave us an early lead. We were against 10 men when Anton's cross found its way to Alvarez. And Alvarez was in the right spot again to make it 3-0 at half-time. Ball added a fourth before Mashagi capped off the scoring in style. So we played really well in this one, albeit we were against 10 men for most of the game, 70-odd minutes. Yeah, we beat a poor side well, and that is all you can really ask for, isn't it? The other game to catch you up on was the second leg against the Bulgarians. Of course, 3-0 comfortably. We won at home. Let's see what we could do away. Walker gave us the lead on the night. And Amoroso crossed for Turpey to get our second. So this tie was never in doubt. I mean, even on the night, it was never in doubt. We, again, dominated the game. It was good to see we gave the young academy player Turpey the start, and he did well. Yeah, just generally speaking, it was more of a rotated side, and we can see from the match ratings there, everybody did their part. So that now means we have to find out who we've got in the second knockout round. So let's go see who that is. So here we go. It is time for the second knockout round draw. We'll get a full idea. Is that Manchester City, does that say, of who is available to who we're going to have to beat to win this thing? And well, both this is doing my head in. How are Manchester City and Paris Saint-Germain in the Europa League? Anyway, those are two there, along with Milan, Napoli, Wolfsburg, ourselves, Rangers, Tottenham, Ajax, Villarreal, Dynamo Kiev, Rennes, PSV Eindhoven, Celta Vigo, Brescia, and Stuttgart. I mean, it's got to be the most competitive Europa League in history, doesn't it? That is unbelievable. And Manchester City must have won their group as well, because they were not in the first knockout round with PSG, who obviously parachuted down with us. I mean, you just want to avoid City and Paris Saint-Germain, otherwise you take what you get. Napoli is who we do get. That is by no means going to be easy. Maybe the soft touch was Brescia or PSV. Well, Dynamo Kiev would have been a good one actually as well, wouldn't they? So we've not got an easy draw, but we've certainly avoided the teams that we want to avoid at this stage. And, I mean, second knockout round as well, we fell last season. If they could get each other... Oh, they do get each other! The Europa League second knockout round, it's Paris Saint-Germain versus Manchester City. It's a Champions League final quality game. So a massive bonus for everybody else in the competition. They are going to knock each other out. One of them's going to knock the other out. We've got Napoli. They're currently 7th in Serie A, so, I mean, that's not the worst. We're going to be at home for the first leg, so let's move towards it. So let's check in now on the standings, and we still have that very nice lead over Celtic, and we've played a game less than them. The Motherwell game is our game in hand, and we can see that they are just inside the top half of the table. Hibs and Ross County are right there. It's a very tense battle there for the last top half spot. Aberdeen's not that far ahead either, are they actually? And of course, it means that it is Napoli at home, and that'll be the second game today. And that is a big game, isn't it? If we can go to Italy with a lead, then perhaps you never know your luck. But I do think we probably need to have a lead when we go off to the San Paolo? I think that's their ground, isn't it? Or at least it used to be. They may have a new one 10 or so years into the future. But anyway, let's go and have a look and see what we're doing here against Motherwell. And you can see there Ross County has beaten Aberdeen, so that puts them, though that leaves them, it's where they were already in 8th. They are sort of coming good, Ross County, but there's still quite a long way for them to go to be the sort of team you'd expect them to be. A defensive 4-3-3 is what we're expecting from Motherwell, and this is the team that we're sending out very much with Napoli on the mind. It's Bursic in goal, Muros, Adu, Toro, and Emaruso as the back four. Rezaev and Irving go in midfield. Bruno, Bermudez, and Alvik are the sort of the middle three, and we're going to give Leighton the start up top. We still have the injury to Celino, and I'm thinking we probably want to go with 2 up front, so Angus and Diaz will be those 2. So to keep them fresh, Leighton goes up front for this one. Alright, so we can see the team sheets there. Robbie Gott, Reece Devine are players we've had in the past in a different series, of course. But yeah, there's a few players there that we looked at back in the early days of getting promoted, like Mockery and Moffat as well. But all players that we very much moved past now. We're going to go and let you go out there and impress me. I can just about get on board with that. We'll point our fingers, go out there and make me proud. And let's hope they do that. And here we go. Now, while waiting for the game to get underway, if you're watching the series live, there is going to be a couple of week break after this one. This is the last episode I've been able to record. I'm off to Canada to visit the in-laws, so apologies for the gap. This is the last time this summer that I will be missing time with, missing episodes because of gallivanting off around the place. Oh, just overhit past there. And then I'll be back to the usual boring self that just stays home and plays video games all day. So yeah, this is the last gap, but it is probably the longest one, just because we are actually heading overseas on this occasion to visit, as I say, the in-laws. There's a good pass for Arvik, who's in behind, but he can't put the ball in the net. But a promising start, already 2 decent chances inside the first 5 minutes, and we've got Irving taking the corner now towards the back post. It's away, and we'll go on from there. But yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to get anything out. If I can, I will try and get something out just to sort of keep things ticking over. But as I sit here and record this, I'm running out of time to get extra stuff done. There won't be. It'll be sort of one-off stuff rather than additional videos onto the series for this and for the Detroit Tigers as well. Rezaev with a cross in. It's bouncing around, and it is cleared away. We've only had 2 shots on goal. Surely we've had more than that. It certainly feels like we have. Alright, I wonder if we just get rid of this and raise the tempo up a little bit. Try and do things a bit quicker. See if that tests Motherwell a little bit more. Muros now with a throw. And here we go with Bermudez. Back to Muros. It's there for Rezaev. Irving tries to bend one and dip one in, but in truth, it was always going over, wasn't it? Let's give them some more encouragement. We do have a relatively strong bench, so we can bring reinforcements on if necessary. Is that going to be a red card? It will certainly look lungy from behind, and it will make our life easier. And there it is, a red card. So we just need to take our time. I wonder if we want to go back to looking for overlaps now. We probably do, don't we? Just slow it down, look for the overlaps, stretch the field as much as possible. Leighton only playing a 6.3 and on a booking up top. Maybe he's not taking his chances, I would have hoped. And with Johnny Angus on the bench, it might be one. Now, of course, we are in the sort of a position in the league where we can absolutely deserve to drop, or not deserve, but we can drop points and be okay with it. Keep going, you'll get your results eventually. So we do want to favour Europe, and we can afford to drop points and it not be the end of the world for us. But equally, I'm sort of, what's the word, damaged from last season, where I thought, I mean, we were talking sort of 6 points to Celtic, not 16, but yeah, I sort of am a little bit damaged from that. I think that's a good ball for Arvik, and he just needed to sort of help it on there first time, didn't he? But I mean, that would have been incredibly difficult. Leighton's there, and Reece Leighton gets his first goal in the league. We signed him from St Mirren. He's a promising striker. Is he going to be a world star? As I've said before, no, he's absolutely not. But he might be a useful squad player for us. And, well, he's taken a chance there when we needed him to do it. Didn't he just pull away from the defender well, head to the ball, and I'm going to have a coughing fit. All right. Excellent stuff. If we can just see this out now, they're down to 10 men. It's going to be difficult for them, I would have thought. And we have been, I mean, almost imperious defensively. So here we go. Bruno chipping one in. That's headed away. Bermudez down there for Arvik Adu. Whoa, and it's Arvik. It's the third goal we've scored in a couple of games now, where the ball is just bouncing around in the penalty area. We've been able to put it away. And there's another one there. What is Adu doing so far forward? Do I have a weird set piece on for a throw-in, maybe? Anyway, doesn't matter. He's up there. He's done well. He's played his part. Let's praise them. And 2-0 against 10 men. You'd like to think that is effectively job done. But Arvik with another goal and another assist continues to look good for us. And we might actually even save those legs of his now. We can get Turpey on to play out wide left there. And yeah, happy days. I'm trying to give Turpey as much game time as I can just to help him develop. You know, he's, again, another one that could be a useful squad player for us. So, and he's still young. He's been around for a while now around the first team, but he's still only 19. So there is room for him to develop still. But this is looking as though it's going to be another clean sheet, another 3 points. And we remind me a little bit of sort of early days Mourinho, where, you know, his Chelsea side would just turn up, win the game 2-0, occasionally put a 5 or 6 past the team, and just move on to the next one. And that a little bit is what this team feels like right now. So there we go. The lead extends itself out to 14 points over Celtic, 29 games played. So what's that? 7 to go. 21 points is the gap that would win it for us. So, I mean, we're almost there, aren't we? And given that we're going to have a few games that you would imagine to be gimmies between now and the split at least, then good to see Baba Adu doing well. Then it's, you know, it should be fine. It should be absolutely fine. We really have to go some to lose it from here, wouldn't we? But anyway, wait right there. It is Napoli up next. That's going to be a whole different challenge. Okay, welcome back. We are getting ready to play a European game, and the kids have just done that, and they've beaten Vitesse Arnhem 4-2, so that means that they're into the next round. It's going to be the third knockout round, although it'll be the quarterfinal, and they will be facing, that's the old Steaua Bucharest, isn't it? So they've got to be a chance of getting through that into the semi-finals, and that would be an achievement for our under-18s, wouldn't it? So let's have a look here and see what we're doing. We're expecting a 4-2-3-1 formation from Napoli, and the team we're sending out, we're going to go something a little bit different to them. I don't want to sort of play the exact same way as them. So Bursic goes in goal, Hansen, Bukiano, Walker and Ayrton as the back four. It's going to be Mihai, Mashagi and Alvarez in midfield. Santos in behind Johnny Angus and Diaz. Now a little bit of good news is that if we look down here, Eddie Johnson is back from his broken ankle. He doesn't have any sort of match sharpness, so this one's a little bit too soon for him, but we'll definitely start easing back into things, and maybe even for the second leg, we might even see him on the bench. Time will tell. All right, so we can see the team sheets here. Marek Hamšík, if there was ever a man to be Napoli manager, it's him, isn't it? Samari, who we had somewhere, we had him at, where did we have him? West Sheffield Wednesday, maybe? He was a very, very good player for us. I don't recognise too many other names, but of course in Season 10, there's going to be quite a few... Actually, their right back I recognise the name of as well, but there's going to be quite a few, what are they called, regens, isn't there? what do we want to say to this? The media has put on a worthy display. All right, let's go with that. I'm, as I've said before, trying to be a little bit more positive about things. So we'll, tell them that we expect. I mean, look at that recent form. We have been playing well. Now, it's just a matter of turning that over now into a game in Europe against a good team in Europe and hoping for the best. We need Bucchiano, don't we? He needs to show up for us today. We need to take our chances, which we haven't always done when we've played in Europe. And, yeah, well, here we go. If we can take a lead with us to Italy, that's going to be the big thing, isn't it? And I feel like a team like Napoli now, given that they're, 6th, 7th in Serie A, they are the sort of team that I'm starting to think we should be beating. Is that realistic? I mean, time will tell. We're attacking them. We're not changing our formation against them. Yeah, and we've just got to play well. And I feel, as I said, keep saying, I feel like we do have the players that they're getting to the point now. All these wonder kids, they're turning 20, early 20s, and if they're going to, we should be getting to the point now where we can go and give these sorts of teams a real run for their money. Now, of course, there are no away goals, so that's not the end of the world. Though they did pick us apart a little bit there, and Johnny Angus may be guilty of not tracking his fullback forward, which is always frustrating. And we've got another highlight. Starts with us in possession. Here we go with Ayrton, Walker. I mean, you look at the sort of clubs that are interested in our players as well, and they're bigger clubs than Napoli, with all due respect to Napoli. Here we go, Hansen forward, cross comes in, it's towards Johnny Angus. Johnny Angus back to Mihai, and Mihai gets his goal. And it's back to 1-1, and it was really well worked. Johnny Angus showed composure there, not to go towards goal himself, but to just lay it back, and Mihai getting forward. He was there to convert. Look at the cushioned header, that's beautiful, isn't it? And Mihai made no mistake with the finish. And let's demand more. Really good response as well. 2 minutes we were behind for, and we've equalised. Can we go and do something like we did to Real Sociedad now? We were behind in that one as well, weren't we? We were behind at half-time in that one. And, of course, ended up 4-1 winners. I don't know if we should have matched them up in terms of a formation. It might be something in the second leg we look to do away from home, and we've got defending to do now from the corner. Can we get it done? Oh, jeez. That looked like it was going in, didn't it? We're at half-time. All right, so 1-1 we are at the break. It's been an even game, and it's been a tight game. Keep playing as you have been. What if we say passing's been good? That seems to have motivated everybody. So let's get back out there. Let's encourage. Has passing been good? Yeah, 91% pass completion's not bad. We've just about shaded possession. It's an even game. And, there is positives to take from that. We're going toe for toe with, an Italian tough side, and we're not being outplayed by any shadow of the imagination. And, of course, we ran Juventus close twice, didn't we? 2-1-0 defeats. And that on another day could easily have gone in a different direction. And we're forcing them to change the way they're playing as well, which is a good thing. Here we go now, Alvarez and Hansen. Can Hansen use that space? Cross in for Johnny Angus, and he's got his own goal. Johnny Angus with a goal and an assist. Hansen running riot down the left. And it is 2-1. We are leading Napoli in the Europa League second knockout round. And are we going to have a lead to take with us to Italy? Really good play there from Hansen. Cross comes in. Johnny Angus in front of goal. Goalkeeper might want it back. But the big games in Europe, Johnny Angus, he shows up, doesn't he? He's not always the most consistent in the league. But when you need him in Europe, oh boy, is he there. Now, we've had a little bit of a quiet game out of Diaz. I wonder... I mean, we're getting towards the end of things here, so we might as well leave him out there. And we've got another highlight. Now, a 2-2 would be heartbreaking, but 3-1. And we've got space through midfield. I'm not quite sure what that pass was for. It was misplaced, I think, if we're being generous. But it means Napoli have the ball now coming forward. And, well, that makes me a little bit nervous in the 89th minute. That's going to be easy for Ayrton. Brings it down nicely. Walker. Across for Bucchiano. He hasn't done anything stupid yet, so maybe we're overdue. Here we go with Mihai. Score of the first, of course. Angus score of the second. There's a good ball for Diaz. Diaz, he had been quiet, and that stopped there because Diaz has given us a 3-1 lead to take with us to Italy. And is this the year we go really, really deep in Europe? It's 3-1. We have, of course, Paris and Manchester City that's going to be in this with us at some point. We're likely going to have to beat one of them if we're going to win. It's a good finish from Diaz, isn't it? He's just starting to look the player that I was hoping we'd sign to replace Konanong. And as we wind down the clock, we have come from 1-0 down to beat Napoli 3-1. And we will have a lead when we go to Italy. And, well done, lads. That's probably our best performance in Europe in a big game like that. So there are some of the other scores. Obviously, it's a staggered draw at this point. Spurs 6-1 over Kiev. That's a bit of a rout, isn't it? And the other results we can see there, Rangers have beaten Rennes 2-0, so that's a good result for the country, for the league. Brescia beats Ajax, that surprises me. And, well, yeah, it's a 0-0 between City and Paris, so all to play for there as well. But all we can really care about is ourselves at this point, and we did really, really well. Johnny Angus, a goal and 2 assists. Like I say, when the big games show up, so does Johnny Angus. And the Italian boss was looking at Bucchiano and how he's not in the Italian squad. Maybe he's just going to start, and he's getting off to a slow. I mean, he averaged 6.47 in the Champions League. But maybe now, this is where the business part of the season, this is where Bucchiano starts to show up for us. But there we go, guys. That is it for today. If you have enjoyed that, make sure you hit thumbs up. And, of course, don't forget to subscribe if you are new. And we'll be back next time, well, hopefully, to see out this second leg. And then we've got another big game because it is Celtic in the Scottish Cup quarter-final. So 2 away days and, well, 2 trophies potentially we could win, but we need to win both of those ties to be able to do that. Until next time, I've been Aussie Villain. Thank you so much for watching. And if you're looking for something to watch while I'm away for the next few weeks, I tried to help Leeds United win the Champions League for the first time, so maybe give that a watch. Take care.